Hello everyone, I am Ashish Devangan and welcome to the Git tutorial series part 2. In the previous video, I have explained what is Git. In this video, we will see the basic operations that we perform when we work with Git. So let's start now. To work with Git, you have to first install Git in your system. Go to this mentioned URL and just select the equivalent version to your operating system. For me, I am using Windows, so I have downloaded and installed the Windows version. So once you have installed Git in your system, just right click on your desktop and you will see one option here named as Git Bash. It is the place where you will execute Git commands. So let's just select Git Bash here. Now, before doing anything else, we have to specify the user because Git uses this information to identify who is making the code changes. To do that, execute these two commands and just write your information here. And once you've done that, you can actually start working with Git. So first thing you want to do here is create a repository. For those who haven't watched the previous video, a repository is just a container or a place to store your Git files. To create let me just create one folder here named as Git Repo. It is just an empty folder. It is a Windows folder. It is not a Git repository. To make this folder as a Git repository, I have to write one command, git init. This makes our folder a Git repository. You can see an empty Git folder is created inside my directory. It is the place where Git stores all the information regarding the code changes. A file in this folder can be of two types. One is untracked, another is tracked. Untracked file is the one that you have added in your Git folder but not added in the Git repository. A tracked file is the one that is added to the repository and are ready to be committed. Here commit means adding a checkpoint, which is a point in the time which you can revert back to. So let me add one file here, a simple text file a.txt, and let me use the git status. Git status is a command which is used to see the current status of your repository. So let me execute this command and you can see that one untracked file is added to your repository. Git will not track this file because it is currently in our folder, in our Windows folder, and it is not currently being tracked by Git. To track this file, you will have to stage them. Use git add and use this command git add file name to stage them, that a file which is not in a staging environment will not be committed and will not be tracked. Also, only staged files can be committed. So here question arises, why do we even do that? Like, why do we have to stage them before we have to commit them? Like, so let me just demonstrate with one example. Suppose we have 5 files and we only want to commit only 2 files. Then if you stage the 2 files, then only these 2 files will be committed. So you don't have to commit all these 5 files. So by adding these files in the staging environment, it helps to control which file should be committed and which file should not be. Okay, now to remove this file from your Git folder, you can use git rm-f and give the file name. Let me execute this command. And you can see that this file has been removed from our Git repository, and you can also notice that this file has also been removed from our Windows folder. Like, we don't want that. We don't want this file to be removed from our folder. We only want to remove this file from our repository. To do that, you have to use git rm-f cached and file name. Okay, so once you think that your code is good to go and you are ready to supply this code to your other developers, you can just commit this code. To commit the code, to commit the changes, you can use the git commit command. Here you have to supply one message. So let me just write this command, git commit -m, and a message will be first code, first good code. So after I press the enter, you can see one commit has been made. If you want to see the history of commits which has been done on this file, you can use the git log here. The git log command tells everything that we have done before. So this is it for today's video. In the next video, we will look into more commands like how to see the content-wise difference between a tracked and untracked file, and we will also see how to restore files to the previous states and different commits. Thank you for watching and do visit our channel again for more informative videos.